I want to begin by welcoming parents, other family members, and friends of the class of 2016 to Einstein and to this ceremony. Each of you has helped shape our students, mostly for the better, I'm sure. And for that, we are grateful and happy to share this occasion with you. The students in this year's class were selected through a lengthy and rigorous process from a pool of 7,784 applicants. The 183 members of the class of 2016 are outstanding in their academic achievements, their diversity, and their record of service. The competitiveness of admission to Einstein has reached the point that I actually doubt I would be accepted if I were applying now. Just kidding. After all, I'm the dean. So here we are this evening at our On Becoming a Physician ceremony, also known as the White Coat ceremony. And I bet many of you are wondering what it's all about. You'll hear in some detail from our Senior Associate Dean of Students, Dr. Stephen Baum, what wearing a white coat does and does not signify. But I wanted to share a personal perspective on this subject, and I hope you'll indulge me in that for just the next few moments. This ceremony reminded me of a book I read decades ago as an undergraduate called The Presentation of Self in Everyday Life by Erving Goffman, one of the leading sociologists of the 20th century. And I want to read a paragraph of the introduction of that book. And by the way, you'll notice that he's so 20th century in his exclusive use of the masculine pronoun. So he says, when an individual enters the presence of others, they commonly seek to acquire information about him or to bring into play information about him already possessed. They'll be interested in his general socioeconomic status, his conception of self, his attitude toward them, his competence, his trustworthiness, etc. Although some of this information seems to be sought almost as an end in itself, there are usually quite practical reasons for acquiring it. Information about the individual helps to define the situation, enabling others to know in advance what he will expect of them and what they may expect of him. Informed in these ways, the others will know how best to act in order to call forth a desired response from him. Goffman basically described interpersonal interactions using the metaphor of a theater performance. In this view, the white coat becomes a kind of costume. Is that off-putting? Does that distance us inappropriately from the patients we serve? Or does it instill confidence that the wearer has undergone rigorous professional training and will bring both science and humanism to bear on potentially life-altering and sometimes, indeed, life-ending problems? The answer to that question, in part, depends on you, members of the class of 2016. How you will pursue the training on which you now embark, and how you wear the white coat you will be given this evening. And speaking of given, your white coat will be given to you by distinguished Einstein alumni who have joined us this evening for this express purpose. Just as we welcome our alumni at the commencement ceremony, not to get ahead of ourselves, that marks the end of the medical school stage of your journey, we welcome them here at the outset. Our Einstein alumni set a standard for you to aspire to and uphold. And our keynote speaker this evening, Dr. Sten Vermund, Einstein class of 1977, upholds that standard at the highest level. I hope you'll be inspired to similar achievements by his words. Thank you.